As I record this, I am sitting at 23 subscribers and I have 12 videos on my YouTube channel. That means I have been posting every single week for the last 30 days. I've stuck to posting a video a week because that was what was manageable for me. I didn't want to set myself up for failure by saying I will do 2 videos a week or post every day, because I just wasn't in that space. I wanted to start and actually give out quality content, and it takes time to prepare for your videos, no matter the topic that you're talking about. If you want to give value, it does take time for you to prepare mentally, for you to find the time to record, to edit, and to put it out. So I didn't want to give low quality content just because I was starting out on my journey. I know and understand that a lot of people say, oh, your first 10 YouTube videos will suck. I didn't want them to suck. I didn't want my videos to suck. I wanted to be able to sit on the other side and watch a video that was enjoyable, a video that was engaging, a video that somebody else could watch and find value in. So I didn't give subpar content, I didn't give low quality content. I have taken my time. Looking back at my videos, I have made the most with what I have. The first thing that I have learned on this journey is, number one, the algorithm does not always make sense. You know how certain creators tend to tell us they've hacked the algorithm or they know the way around the algorithm. Yes, there are certain things that you can do to help the algorithm favor your videos and for it to push out your videos. Just before I started recording this video, I opened my YouTube app, and one of the creators that I follow, who has about 50,000 subscribers, put out a video about 2 hours ago and they were sitting at 7 views. To me, that's crazy, because you would think that because they have a higher subscription rate or higher number of subscribers, that they would have a bit more engagement, especially in the first 2 hours. Their thumbnail is great, their title is great, but sometimes the algorithm just does the thing that it wants to do, and you can't always know what it's going to do. Like I have said, I haven't given low quality videos since I started. At least in my opinion, I think they have been informative and they've been educative and, encouraging to some. But these videos have all gotten different kinds of views. I haven't gotten above 100 views so far on my long form content. However, I have gotten 1.5 views on one of my shorts, which to me is like, oh wow, it's great. And I celebrate each and every one of those wins. 100 views to you might be nothing, but to me it's great, because I literally started from zero and I did not tell anyone about my channel. I still haven't told people about my channel, so I'm growing as organically as I can. I'm not cross-promoting my YouTube video on other platforms. I don't have Instagram. I have a TikTok account with the same name that my YouTube channel has, but I haven't exactly linked my content or cross-promoted my content as most creators would. So I'm literally growing as YouTube is allowing me to grow. But I'm so grateful to the 23 subscribers that I have at the moment, and I'm hoping to grow even more. Of course, the algorithm will not always make sense, but that doesn't mean that you should quit doing the things that you must for you to be able to help your videos get more views or more traction, because at the end of the day, you're putting that out for somebody to be able to see it. So even for your videos to be recommended, you still have to package it well. You still need to look at your thumbnails and work on your titles. Make them clickable. Let your thumbnails and titles drive a certain level of curiosity in somebody. Let them want to click on your video because of how you've presented it. I like to cook and I like to present my food very well, because for me, food is not just about the taste, but how it looks as well. You might have the most delicious food, but if you don't present it well, for the other person who might not even have the tastiest food, but just knows how to plate it well, to present it well, they're most likely going to get more attention or have more people go for their food other than the tastier food, just because their food looks good. It's the same thing that applies to your videos. Your videos might be great. They might have very useful information. They might have life-changing information. But the way you package them and the way you present them to your audience it's not very attractive. It's a bit, so people are not very attracted to some of your videos, not because they're not good, not because the content of them is not good, but because of how you've chosen to present them. So just try to work on one or two things for you to be able to then get a higher click-through rate. The algorithm will continue to recommend your videos, and this is what you find under impressions. That's the number of impressions. That means your video has been put out for people on different screens. So I'm going to use small numbers. If you have 100 impressions and only have a click rate of 2, you know that there is something that you have to work on, because people are presented with a lot of different options. Your video must be attractive enough for them to be able to click. Your video is being recommended, but people are not clicking it. The algorithm then stops pushing your video out because they're thinking, you know, we're doing our part, but it looks like this person's video, people just don't want to watch this video. So they'll recommend videos that other people are clicking. So for new YouTubers, you want to get at least 20 to 50% click-through rate on your videos. If you're getting 100 impressions, meaning your video has been recommended to 100 different people, you want to get at least 30 to 50 views. That's for somebody that is new. That is for somebody that does not have a very big audience. I think that way you will be able to grow a bit more. The second thing is you need to protect your energy. I understand that once you put out a video, you're so keen on looking at the numbers, seeing who viewed, and sometimes it gets discouraging, especially if you're a new creator. You put out a video and in the first 2 hours, there's nobody that's watched except you and maybe your sister or family. And in 2 days, there's probably just like 4 views. I think that can be so draining and so discouraging, but I want you to protect your energy. If your channel only has 2 to 3 videos at the moment, it's not going to give you enough information to be able to study your analytics properly. So you need to have more content on your profile for you to be able to see how exactly to best manage what kind of content or what kind of audience you have. But you need to protect your energy for you to be able to create more content. If you're so focused on the views and impressions, and you might get discouraged. You might get discouraged if your last video didn't perform so well. The way you will show up in your next video will tell us, you know, your energy levels, the way you present yourself, all of that will be seen in the next video. I think I have maintained a certain level of energy, maybe even gotten better over the weeks, not because my videos are increasing in views, but just because I have chosen to protect my energy. I've chosen to protect my peace. I do my part, and I can only hope that the algorithm does its own part, you know, and recommend my videos to the right audience. So that's something that we need to continue remembering, that once it goes out there, it's no longer in our hands, and there's very little we can do. We're not there on the other side of the screen telling people to click on our video. They click when they want to, and sometimes it takes weeks for your video to take off. Some videos start well, but the trajectory just keeps going down, or the view rate just keeps going down. Other videos don't start well, and then they pick up sometimes after months or days or weeks or after being posted. So you just need to be very patient. You need to be patient with yourself. You need to be patient with your growth, because this is your journey. You know, you're not racing against anybody. Take your time and protect your peace for you to be able to continue creating more videos, sharing valuable information, and impacting other people's lives. It's very important for you to protect your peace so that you're able to focus on what's necessary. Which brings me to my third point: focus on what's necessary. Oh my goodness. Focusing on what's necessary will really help you save time, a lot of time. I think a lot of us are so concerned about what people will say about us, how we look, how we talk, and stuff like that. All of us are different. The way we speak, the way we present ourselves is different. And I think I am special in my own way. You know, this is what I focus on. Focusing on what's necessary also means that you do not spend a lot of time consuming more than creating. I think a lot of us want to consume a lot of information but never get to the point of execution. We take in so much information, we want to know all the settings, we want to know how to get the views, how to do, but never get to the point of execution. So learn what you must, learn what you need for that particular time, and then go out and execute. If you keep your mind focused on a particular thing, on a particular objective, you'll be able to achieve more. Another way you can focus on what's necessary is not delving too much on being perfect, rather committing to the process so that you learn through it. You don't get better by being born the best. You get better by practicing. You move from being good to being better to being the best. Best at what you do. Best at presenting the way that you present. You don't have to be the best amongst all the other YouTubers, but you have to be better than the last video that you did. So your only competition is yourself. That's the thing that you should focus on. Stop focusing on other creators, how long it took them, what they did, you might try the same things that they're trying, but it doesn't work for you. Just go back to doing the things that work for you, things that align with your goals, things that are true to your purpose. Stop going around. You're going to lose your direction. You're going to lose rhythm. You're going to lose even the community that you've built, because they know you for one thing, and then you start wilding and you're creating content about everything, and now your audience is like, what is this? And the algorithm is like, what do we push? What do we know you for? So I'm not talking about trying to niche down that it suffocates you, but I'm just saying focus on the things that are important and true to you. The fourth thing that I have learned also is you don't have to have all new ideas for you to come on this platform. I'm not the first person to share a YouTube video on my experience in the first 30 days. There's a lot of other creators that have shared their experience of what it was like being on YouTube in the first 30 days. But my story is different. So while this is not a new idea on this platform, it is a new way or a new experience. So you can still share old ideas in new ways that are unique to you, because nobody else has experienced what you've experienced. Even the knowledge that you get, even if we went to the same university, the way we understand things will differ. The way we will present things is different. So your voice is valuable. Your voice is necessary. Your video is necessary. If you're like me and you like to do a deep dive into a certain topic, you will watch 3, 4, 5 videos on the same topic from different creators. That just shows you that every creator is necessary. Everything that every creator said, they might even be repeating the same things over and over again, but you still take the time to watch those videos because you want to get different perspectives. This is why I think you can still use old ideas. You can still use things that have been used by other creators. You don't need to come up with all these brand new things that nobody is using. Try to think of it this way, that we have Burger King and Five Guys and McDonald's. They all sell us burgers, but certain people prefer burgers from McDonald's over Burger King. Most of the ingredients are the same. They're probably presented the same way, and they probably taste pretty much the same. But other people choose to go to the other side, maybe because of the customer service. So the way you will present topics might be different from the next YouTuber. Some people tend to feel connected to certain YouTubers more than they do others. So your voice is unique, and the way you will present your ideas, even if they're old ideas, even if it's something that's been heard before, but the way you will present it and the way you will connect with your audience will differ from the next. Keep on doing it. You don't need to do everything that is brand new. Add your touch, add your own research, obviously, learn and inform yourself, at least be knowledgeable about the topic, so that even when you present it, you're able to present things with facts. But you don't need to come up with the most brilliant, newest ideas for you to make it on this platform. Just remember, you don't need to be the only one doing a thing for you to succeed. Nobody is going to put you out of business if they take an idea that is similar to yours. And you're not going to put anybody else out of business just because you've taken an idea that they had put out and you were inspired by. So take it as inspiration more than being inauthentic or a copycat. Another thing that I have learned is just because you have started small doesn't mean you have to stay small. I say this because I think it's mostly a mindset thing. A lot of new YouTubers call themselves small creators or small YouTube channels. I don't like to call myself a small YouTuber. I know I have 23 subscribers at the moment, but I call myself a new YouTuber because that's what it is. This is a new platform. This is a new experience for me. It's not a small experience. The lessons that I have learned are not small. They are valuable and they are big. The connections that I've made, the things that I have learned because of this platform are not small. While the platform might not be as large compared to others, I just consider it to be new and not small. I think once we get that mindset, once we change that kind of mindset in our language, maybe we will see some growth. Because if you consider yourself a small YouTuber, you just put yourself in that shell and you want to be seated in that shell. As I sit at 20 YouTubers, I look at somebody with 100 subscribers as somebody that's got a bigger platform than I do. And somebody with 100 subscribers looks at somebody with 1,000 subscribers as somebody that has a bigger platform. I've seen a lot of creators call their platform with 10,000 subscribers. They're monetized and everything, and they're still calling themselves small content creators. Guys, when does it get big? What number is big? What number is big? I think it's very important to focus on the milestones that we have. I'm here celebrating my 1.5 views on a short, and it is so crazy to me because I put out the same video on TikTok, which tends to push videos out more. I think that video only got like 100 views, if I'm not mistaken, or 47, one of the two. But it didn't perform well. And YouTube, which is considered to be a much difficult platform to blow up or to go viral on. I'm not saying that video went viral, but for me, 1.5 is a huge number. It's a huge number for my new channel. So I think we should focus on trying to grow our channels instead of focusing on how small they are at the moment. Looking forward to what is to come rather than being so fixated on the numbers and how small we are, and how even when I get one like, for me it's like, oh wow, one person found value in this, one person commented on this and they were moved, or something in them was shifted, this video helped somebody. That's what's important to me. I said it before and I'm going to say it again. Just because you've started small does not mean you need to stay small. Appreciate everything that you learn, but just don't have a mind that feels like this is all that there is. You can grow, and I know that I'm gonna grow. I'll come back here in the next 30 days and I won't be sitting at 23 subscribers and I won't be sitting at 18 hours of watch time. I'll be somewhere different. So yeah, we're new content creators, or we're new YouTubers, not small YouTubers. Another thing that I have learned is growth is not linear. And this sort of marries to the first point where I talked about that content creator who I follow, who has a platform that has about 50,000 subscribers. They only got 7 views in 2 hours. And I said, it's not linear. Performance of your videos is not going to be the same all the time. Sometimes your videos will do well in the beginning. Other times it will do well after 3 months. So your growth is not going to look the same for every video. It would be good if every video performed the same, because then it would show you that, okay, this is what is happening. I've seen so many creators, new and old, have a varied or a difference in the number of views on their videos. Sometimes their videos get 2 million views and then another video gets 300,000 views. But this is a big content creator. One of them has about 6 million subscribers. So you look at that and you just think, oh, if that can happen to somebody with 6 million subscribers, the same can happen for me with less than 100, or the same can happen for me with less than 1,000, or the same can happen for me with less than 10,000. So growth is not linear. It will not look the same for every video, and you shouldn't be hard on yourself because it can happen to everyone. It literally happens to everyone. Before I started YouTube, I watched a couple of videos that were saying 4,000 watch hours is the hardest to get on your journey to monetization, that is. 4,000 watch hours is harder to get than 1,000 subscribers. But subscribers are not easy to get either. Let's just be real about that. It's been 30 days and some people have said, oh, I've gotten 1,000 subscribers in 7 days, in 3 days, in 5 days. And they're using all these kinds of things. They have hacks and ways that you can manipulate the algorithm and stuff like that. But if you're really just using an organic way of growth, you're not restreaming, you're not posting 100 shots a day or 10 shots a day or whatever it is. If you're just growing with long form content, if you're trying to push out your long form content, it's really difficult to grow your numbers, your subscribers. And since we're on the issue of subscribers, I turn 25 at the end of this month. It would mean the world to me if you help me get to 50 subscribers. I'll celebrate. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you for sticking around, watching my channel, subscribing, engaging, commenting, sharing as you have. It means so much to me to be able to grow this kind of community and just share experiences with other creators. I wish you all the best on your journey. Something also that has limited my growth, like I mentioned before, is one, not cross-promoting my content on other platforms. Secondly, not telling people about my YouTube channel. I'll explain in another video why I have not told people about starting my YouTube channel. But that's one of the reasons why I have not seen a lot of subscribers. I think if my friends knew about it, maybe they would have subscribed and recommend my channel to other people. So that would have gotten me maybe to like 50 or 100 subscribers in a month, but I didn't do that. So that's why my growth has been limited. But even still, your subscribers just won't grow overnight. It's not because you posted your first YouTube video that you will get 100 subscribers. I remember posting my first YouTube video and I had 8 subscribers after that. And then it started growing. I've been getting maybe 1, 2 each week for me to get to the 23. So, you know, it's something. It's something. I'm looking forward to the day where I can get more than 10 a week. It would be great. It would be great to see those numbers. But honestly speaking, subscribers aren't as easy to get as they make it seem. The last thing that I want to share is you just want to totally avoid copyright restrictions. If your video has copyright restrictions, it will not be pushed out. I saw a YouTuber share her story where her video had uploaded videos before that particular one that had gotten quite a number of views and were constantly being recommended. But this particular video, which was showing copyright, even though the music that she used in her video was allowed on YouTube, they still didn't push her video out. In a couple of days, she only had 7 views. But once she removed that song, her video then went to like 100 views in a few days. So you just want to avoid that completely. I've tried my best to just stay away from it. I've also learned the right way to upload your content and how to avoid certain things that would hurt your YouTube channel. If you would like me to make a video about the settings that I use when uploading my video, leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to do that. Thank you so much for sticking to the end. I hope you found this video useful and helpful. Don't forget to watch this video of how I started my YouTube channel and why exactly I started it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. I'll see you in the next one.